And the 8th it says, Dukkhamiti vayat karma kaya klesha bhayaptyajit sakritva rajasam tyagam naiva tyaga phalam lavet. The result you won't get. What? The Naishkarma Siddhi. Now I am giving a class in the Hindu temple, the Levant Hindu temple, and Naishkarma Siddhi. And you need not to perform anything. Karma, negative. You need not to perform action. Naishkarma is not so easy. I am not doing it because I am afraid to do this. And that's why I say, no, it is better that I should follow the path of knowledge. Many people nowadays, they say, we follow the path of knowledge. So we don't go to temple, we don't do any worship, we don't perform anything. But that is either it is the tamaguna or rajaguna. The rajaguni, because of the ego, he is thinking, I know everything, I need not to do. So dukkhamiti karma. Now, if you have to perform that, you have to perform early morning, you have to get up, you have to take the bath, and then wash clothes you have to wear, then go to the temple, and then you have to prepare the flowers. Do you think the puja is a simple thing? It takes a lot of work. And when you are doing that, and you are putting some other song and something and doing, you cannot do that. You are not supposed to. You are constantly remembering God and performing that. Not only that, when you are preparing that, you are not supposed to talk. So that from the saliva from your mouth should not go over there. And that pure way you are doing, all alone, constantly remembering God, then cleaning everything, you must perform. I think I told you, in our formative time, in the brahmachari time, when the Belur Math used to go for the training center, and different type of work they used to give. 2 months you have to perform the helping cleaning the temple. Many of you have seen the Belur Math temple. So there, the floor is the white marbles. The Swami, who was the pujari, used to throw the white rice on that here and there. And sometimes the white, the chandan paste also. And now, when you are cleaning, you don't notice those things because it is white background, it makes. But he knows where he has kept it. So after you say report, Swamiji, I have completed my cleaning job. Okay, come let us see. He knows where the rice is there. You know, hey, see, rice is here, so you have not done clearly. Do again. So that way, it was really, really tough. You have to do it, perform it very attentively. Lucky for me, my predecessor, another brahmachari, after 2 years, he was transferred to another responsibility. So he told, see, this is the secret. The Swami does like this. So I have discovered a way to find out what you come and lie down on your belly, so that the prostrating, and then put your mouth on this face on the floor, and you can see where he has put the rice or the sandal paste. Go over there fast and pick up those things and clean. Then afterwards you can clean. So he couldn't find out any fault in my work, and he was so happy. He told, how could you be so perfect? It was because of my predecessor that he gave me. And the next brahmachari that is coming, he will also be perfect because I am going to tell it. So this way it goes, and you have to be very, very attentive. And work was really, really difficult, very difficult. Then you have to, when we are preparing the vegetables for the food, and the seniors will come and see how you are peeling the potato. The simple thing. But when you are peeling the potato, so much of potato goes away with the cover, and the skin is so thin. You have to be very, very attentive to clean that. The mothers, the ladies, they know it. And for us, we never tried that. So it was the tapasya for us. We have to be very, very carefully. Then one brahmachari, one day when he was performing that, he cut the finger and the blood came out. And he thought the in-charge Swami will be compassionate, will say, oh, your blood is coming out. Instead, he said, I asked you to cut the potato, not your finger. Why you have cut your finger? So by that way, that training makes your mind attentive. Otherwise, you won't be able to do anything. The religious means dukkha mitteva yat karma. Oh, it is so difficult to perform, so I am not in it. No, you should not. You must go into it, perform it, and your mind should be perfected by that. Kaya klesha. The physical difficulties are there, and you should not avoid that. Sometimes in my own life, I should say that is my good fortune, that authority sent me in different places to perform the relief work. Sometimes drought relief, sometimes the flood relief. Oh, so terrible, you cannot imagine. But even then, I used to think in this way, oh, I am blessed. God has chosen me for this work. And luckily, I never felt why other people are there happy, why they should send me over here. No. So kaya klesha, physical torture, physical problem, but it doesn't matter at all. I am performing God's work. And in Christianity also, the ancient Christianity, some of the saints, the beautiful stories of their lives are there. So this is the way they used to perform. Kaya klesha vayam tajet sakritva rajasam tyagam. If you stop performing action and by afraid of the fear of the physical pain, then that is the rajasic tyaga. You are not going to get the result of tyaga. The tyaga means you are giving up. And when you are giving up, you are going to get back what? The blessings of God. What is the blessings of God? Purity of mind. But you won't get anything. In the ninth it says, Karyamitti vayat karma niyatam kriyate riyuna sangam taktva phalam chaiva satyaga sattiko mataha. Now he is giving the dialect teaching, dialect upadesha. What is that? You must sangam taktva and phalam cha. Cha means act. The phala means the result and sangha attachment. When I am performing some work, I get attached to that. Now different types of works are there. I am giving the example from our own life because I never worked, obviously. But in the Ramakrishna Mission Sannyasis, they are, because of the organization, it's a different type of monastic organization. So it is all based on the karma yoga. You must perform and how. These are the teaching. So sometimes they will put you in the front desk. So the people are coming, you are talking to them and guiding them, and people also know about you. They will all be texting and then sending messages. Sometimes gifts are also coming, as because you are mixing with them. And suddenly they will take you out from there and put you at the back. So there you are only cleaning and arranging things and keeping the record. Nobody knows you. So obviously you feel, oh, I was better over there. And here nobody knows me. Human mind, obviously it is naturally to be. Everyone wants to be the limelight, have the friends and relations. So that he says, Karyamitteva yat karma niyatam kriyate Arjuna. O Arjuna, this karma, the action that you are doing, sangam tattva. You should not be attached to that. No sangha, no attachment. Today I am performing this, no problem. Tomorrow I can go in another way, there's also no problem. Swami Vivekananda used to give the advices when he used to talk to the brahmacharis. It was a very formative time of the Ramakrishna mission. He used to say, you must prepare yourself in such a way that this moment you are going to the field and working over there so that you can develop some vegetables for the ashrama. And the next moment you go to the cow shed and look after the cows. And then suddenly your in charge will ask you to go to the city to give a talk on Bhagavad Gita, on scripture. You should be prepared for that also. Any type of work will be given, you should be ready to perform that. And you should know how to do it. How it is possible. Sangam taktva phalam chaiva. If you are attached to the work that you are doing, you can never leave that work. We have seen also in our own life, some of the monks, they cannot leave it. Sometimes they are writing their name on the table, wooden table, so we'll scribble on that. So I used the table, the name is there. Then after 7, 8 years, he came back and, what is the table? Let me go and see. We never noticed that his name is there. You see, I sat over here. I used to work over here. This is my table. Monk, but could not get that go away from that attachment. So these are the weaknesses are always there in human mind. We cannot forget it. You have to practice that. Today, the Lord Krishna is teaching us that you must know, understand how to perform action. Why? Without action you cannot live. Every time, every moment, you are doing something. Physically, sometimes in the old age we sit quietly, we don't move because of the physical part. Mentally we are going on thinking. And when we are going on thinking, that is also the very effective work. If we pray for someone, it is a very effective work. It's truly. Sometimes we think that prayer means nothing. Prayer is very, very effective. There is a genuine mind, sincerely when we pray. That's why in Indian tradition, the juniors are always, they always teach them to go and bow down before the seniors. Why? Because their mind becomes soft immediately and the blessings and the good thoughts come out for that particular person who is coming and bowing down. And that is the reason the seniors are respected in that way. This is called culture. After a lot of years after years, thousands of years, they experience that if a person is happy on other person, it is becoming good for him or her. Sure. And if we are okay, that's all right. If you are avoiding, in the mind you are not actually liking, the bad thought will also affect his work. So that is the reason it says, thought is also action. And if bad thought is there, bad action and bad result. Good thought is there, good action, good result. He is teaching us in the 9th verse, Sangam taktva phalam chaiva cha eva chaiva. Chaiva means and. You must do both together. It's not Sangam taktva. I am not actually attached to this, but I want the result. What is the result? People should remember, people should acknowledge. It's not necessary. It's not all the time, it is not necessary at all. Not at all necessary. How? Constantly thinking of the teaching of Sri Krishna. That's why they say you must read the Bhagavad Gita again and again. Otherwise, we read and then afterwards we forget. So this teaching says, and that tyaga is called Sattika tyaga. Sattika means the best way. We are performing, but we are not attached to this. Swami Vivekananda, we cannot imagine how popular he became. A man of 29, 30 years old, when he came over here, he became so popular over here in America. The most powerful and rich people used to invite him, used to feel they're happy to have him as their guest. Everywhere, in New York, in Boston, and Detroit, wherever he has gone, and also in the California and all places, used to invite him, but there was no attachment at all. So when you look at this, why I am mentioning Vivekananda? We are reading is a theory. And when we mentioning name of the Vivekananda, that is the practical. That means the theory can be practiced and that can be shown in a human life, Vivekananda. He has done so much. Then after he started the organization, Ramakrishna Mission, it's a unique organization. It's based on Hinduism. At the same time, completely working on the Veda. Because the Veda, we think Veda means knowledge. But the knowledge, there are three grades. The karma is there, jnana is there. In between karma and jnana, there's a mixture of karma and jnana. Three different types of people are there. Some are very, very jnana margi. They will never do any work. For them, provision is there. And there are the dualists also. For them, provisions are there. There are people who like to meditate only. For them, provisions are there. And there are people who like to work for others, karma yogi. So all the four paths. That's why if you have seen the symbol of Ramakrishna Mission, all the four paths. But the best way, combination of all the four. When you are getting up in the morning, you are meditating, you are a yogi. And afterwards, you are working for the betterment of others, you are a karmi. Then you are performing puja and praying and singing the bhajan, you are a bhakta. And then you are studying the scripture, particularly Shankara's scriptures, and thinking, I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am the Atman, I am the soul. You are a Gyan. So four different paths, different modes applied in the Ramakrishna Mission. That's why Swami Vivekananda himself, he drew that symbol, and it's a combination of all the four. And the 10th verse it says, Nadeshta kushalam karma kushale nanushajyate tyagi satta samavishto medhavi chinna samsaya. Nadeshti akushalam karma. And when we go for this, it says, as because we are not attached to that particular work, and we are not expecting the result also, so that the nishkama karma, when you are doing it, performing it, you should not complain, oh, I am not liking this work or not. Whatever karma comes, you try to do it as best as possible, according to in your own way. As best as possible, you must try to perform. Because you don't have any choice. The moment you have a choice, that means you have something which you don't like. So, raga and dvesha, there are two words in Sanskrit. Raga is attachment, dvesha aversion. If you have raga, desha will also be there. If you have light, that means darkness is also there. If you are expecting the praise, that means you should be ready for criticism also. It goes side by side, act together. So you have to go beyond this. Then naturally, you should think, whatever the responsibility has come before me, whatever the best possible way it is possible, I will do that. not expecting in any other way. So now this akushalam kar. Kushale na anushajyate. Yet the anushajyate, then I am not asking for that particular God. I should do that because that I should do that. Nothing like that. There are some people, those who are really, really educated, but whole life they didn't get any chance to express themselves. We don't mind. We know some of the Swamis. They are really educated. And when they are talking with you, they can explain things in such a nice way, better way. But they will be always sitting and listening. They will never on the seat of a speaker. Because nobody invited him and he also doesn't want, no problem for him. But I have seen him attending all the functions. Junior Swamis, they are giving the talk and he is sitting there, listening to them without criticism and enjoying their talk. Oh, you said that one, the phrase that you used, is very good. You like this, he is enjoying. Why? No jealousy, no hatred. It's a unique mental condition. Why? Because of love. Love comes in such a way, there is never hate. I have seen, even when a son is doing better, father becomes jealous. When a daughter is doing something good, forget about the daughter-in-law. The mother is so angry. Why? Because oh, people are not looking at me, they become like that. It's not necessary. Because this world that we see is transitory, temporary. That is the main truth. Whether we understand it or not, like it or not, this world is constantly moving, it is transitory, and we came over here and we will go out of it. Why we came? Because we had desire. What was the desire? That came in our life. I wanted this particular body, so I took this body. I wanted that particular family, so I was born over there. I wanted to grow in that way. Everything my decision. Swami Vivekananda said, you are the maker of your own destiny. You are the maker of your own destiny. Don't blame at all anyone. And then either suffering or enjoyment, it came in our life. Now who is the intelligent one? Oh, if this is so, if I could make this life, because the past karma, now I should work in such a way in this life, loving everyone, considering everyone as my own, without expecting anything, not any desire in this life. What will happen? I'll become Buddha. So the growth means detachment. The moment you can give away, you become Buddha. And nothing else. Only two things are there. Again and again I say. One is this world. That is created by God. Another, the creator, the God. Now it is your choice. Do you want the creation? Okay, then you have to suffer. You want God, then you have to give up the creation. There's a very wonderful example in the Mahabharata. Just before the war, Arjuna and Duryodhana, both they went to invite Sri Krishna. There's a famous story. And Bhagavan Krishna at that time, he was sleeping. As because they are very close, so they were allowed to go into his personal, the chamber, and he was sleeping. And only one chair was there and nothing. The chair was placed at the head, that side. So the Duryodhana came, as an egoistic person, I cannot sit on that bed because he is sleeping. So he went and sat on the chair. Arjuna came, sat at the feet of the god, and he was humbly waiting, both of them. Krishna got up and then first he saw Arjuna. Why? He is sitting near his feet. So he got up and saw Arjuna. Oh, Arjuna, you have come, what's the matter? And Duryodhana also said, I am also here. Oh, you have also come. Second, he looked at that. Now, what is the matter? We have come to invite you for this war. For the Kshatriyas, they invite for the wedding ceremony and also for the war. I am going to war, you also come and join. It is a great privilege for the Kshatriyas. So Krishna said, it is okay, but I have taken an oath to myself that I am not going to take part in today's war. And if I am there, I won't use any weapon. I can be with you, there is no problem, but I am not going to take any weapon. Of course, I have a huge number of soldiers, highly trained soldiers. Now choice will be between you two. First option to Arjuna, because I saw him first. Duryodhana is thinking, no, it is not. And Arjuna surely will ask for the soldiers. Who will ask a man who is not going to fight unnecessarily? Who is going to? It is not we are not going for a tour program. We are going for the war. So we need the soldiers. But we know what happened. Arjuna knew it is God who does everything. It is not his creation. So he said, but Duryodhana's thinking, oh my God, he got the first option, he will take the soldiers. But when the Arjuna's preferred, I want only Krishna, that too without any weapon, you won't fight, but it's good for me, I will be along with Krishna. Of course, Krishna offered, I will be there as a chariot, I will drive your chariot, no problem. Arjuna was happy, and we know the result. So if we choose the creation, we will suffer. And if we choose the creator, we will enjoy. Choice is ours. Thank you, friends. And next month from 11th. Let us chant this mantra again from the dhyana. In the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita, there is the dhyana. And the dhyana, the last mantra, is the 9th one, is explaining about the Supreme God as Vishnu. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stunnanti Dibdvaistavai Vedai Sangha Padakramopanishadai Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Navidu Sura Asuragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.
এই লাইব্রেরিটিতে অপূর্ব সুন্দর 5টি হাতে আঁকা পেন্টিং সাজানো রয়েছে। শিল্পী কিন্তু ইন্ডিয়ান, ওনার নাম সুস্মিতা মণ্ডল। এই লাইব্রেরিটি অপূর্ব সুন্দর এবং খুব বড়। পরে একদিন এসে ভালো করে ঘুরিয়ে দেখাবো আপনাদেরকে। আজকে তাহলে এখানেই শেষ করছি। আপনারা সবাই খুব ভালো থাকবেন, সুস্থ থাকবেন আর চ্যানেলটিকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে পাশে থাকবেন।